Hello, Susie from Pink Diamond Guide. How is everybody? I wanted to do an Is This Your Person reading today, and I think I will do a Twin Flame collective update this week too, because we have 5 planets, if we include Chiron, which is a comet, but we have 5, let's call them astral bodies in retrograde, which is massive. On top of the North Node and the South Node shifting, there's a lot of energy that's really pushing people to self-reflect and it can bring up old wounds from the past as well. So I wanted to look at specifically how your person is, if this is your person, how are they responding to it? How are they moving with regard to you in towards bringing your connection closer together? So the 5 planets and I'm going to include Chiron as a planet. Like Chiron's a comet, it's retrograde in Aries, and the energy behind this one is like, how do you feel? Why do you feel that way? And what do you got to get rid of? What do you got to release? Pluto's in Capricorn, which is going to be all about it's going to have major structural transformation, but it's also on a personal level, it's face your hidden truth. You got Neptune retrograde in Pisces, which is about destroying fantasies and illusions. You've got Saturn retrograde in Pisces, which is confronting your fears and your limitations. And then you've got Venus retrograde in Leo, which is about bringing your heart's desire to the surface. So can you see how many energies are in there for people to truly get to the heart of the matter, self-reflect, and bring forward what they want out of their romantic connections? How is your person responding to that? Let's have a look at their energy. Oh, I just feel like I really want to shuffle. There's so much energy available to read on. Let's have a look. How is your person responding? Is this your person? Now, this reading isn't going to be for everyone. It's going to be, if it's your person, it's your person. Don't try and make it fit. But if it resonates, then it's for you. Okay. Let's look into this energy. In the soul space, what have they got going on? 2 of Cups, right? Your heart's desire is to feel love. Your person's heart's desire is to feel love. How are they showing up in the 3D? What have we got? 10 of Wands. What would they tell you if they could? The 9 of Wands. What is their current challenge? The Knight of Swords. And what are they likely to do? What's the likely action that they're going to take under this energy? Look at this, all of this deeply reflective energy. I'm not shocked by what I'm seeing in front of me. Look at this, in the soul space, the heart's desire is to, humans are built for this, right? Humans are built to love each other. Humans are built to be in connection with each other. We're also built to be in friction with each other because we are independent vessels moving through this life, and those frequencies are available to us to be in challenge as much as they're built to bring us into harmony. But in your person's soul space right now, they want love. They're coming to that idea. Their heart's desire is moving to the surface. So deeper emotions are going to get a deeper look under this energy. How are they presenting out in the 3D world? Probably looking pretty burdened right now, but wanting to release that energy. So what you might start to see, or if you're in contact or connection, is you might start to hear them talk about the things that they want to release. You know, that energy that we're talking about with Saturn retrograde in Pisces. Confront your fears and your limitations. Let's burn off those things that are weighing you down, those things that are heavy on your back, right? Let's move forward. And the sun's just moved into Leo. So it's a really radiant, vital, creative, confident energy. And we're just shy of, we're heading up to Lionsgate energy, which will be early in August. All of these things are going to move people towards being more inspired by the things that light up their soul versus the worldly gains they make. Now, actually, this morning I heard a really, it was one of those things that comes through on social media that goes, give a really good piece of advice. And the 2 young men who were talking, the first one said, if I gave you $10 million, would you take it? And young fella says, yeah, of course I'd take it. $10 million is $10 million. Of course I'd take it. And then the first young fella says, well, if it meant that you won't wake up tomorrow morning, would you still take the $10 million? And he goes, no, I wouldn't. And so then it put forth the idea that being alive and breathing was more important than the $10 million. So that's kind of where I'm sitting in this energy, is going, the connections that we make in this life. If your person has been pouring their energy into worldly pursuits, whether it's, you know, whether it's work, whether it's, I've got someone around this fame energy, and I think I brought it through last time, someone who's chasing fame or chasing status, chasing success. Could be that they chase status and success by, in a relationship that they're currently in. Perhaps that they're, however the world is presenting to them right now, they're starting to realize that those worldly gains aren't worth the effort that's required. It's like, I don't want $10 million if it means that tomorrow morning I won't breathe. And what is my oxygen? My oxygen is love and connection. And we're mammals. We're meant to be in a herd. We're meant to be with people that we feel like we belong to. And I get the feeling that your person is struggling with that. What would I tell you if I could? I've made all of these successes out here in my life. And if we look at wands as being, it is a fire energy, it is a passion energy, it's a creative energy. And we've got the sun moving into Leo, like I said, which would represent all of those things. But we've got Venus retrograde in Leo, right? So it's the heart's desire that wants to come forward. And what he's saying, what I would tell you if I could, is I've poured all of my energy into all of these other wands, and it's got me on my knees. Look at these, both these pictures, right? Buried by burden. The 10 of wands, I'm on my knees and I'm underneath all of these things that I've been chasing. Those things have now got me burdened, and they're saying the one wand I want to chase is the wand that's in my soul space, which is the love that I feel for you, right? I feel love for you. You are my soulmate. You are my person. I want to belong to the life that we want to build together. But right now for me, it's like, I'm telling you, I'm on my knees. I'm on my knees saying, I'm burdened by the life I've built for myself. My passion is you. What's the challenge? This is why I still think they might be at a distance from me, because their challenge is to communicate, or their challenge is to charge forward. And the likely outcome, these two kind of reflect each other really strongly. The likely outcome is that they will stand at the crossroad and not actually make a move forward. So if we go, what do these two wands actually represent? This is what I've got. I've got here in my soul space, this is one wand. If I move towards my soul space, which is what the universe is asking people to do, it's asking them to get out of their fears, burn away illusions, and let their heart's desire really move to the surface. And what's the other wand? Is the current burden that I currently walk with. So if I'm still moving in this space of a burden, I've got one wand here, one wand there, it's still going to keep me in a space of being in limbo. I can't quite yet make a decision, because I can't quite yet verbalize the force that moves me forward. I can't yet push into that energy that would bring the right conversation forward. So right now, I rest in a space that feels like I'm on my knees. I'm burdened by all the effort I've put in to get to where I am. What I want to do is choose my heart's desire. What is my heart's desire? It's you. Okay, let's put another level over this energy. I'm curious to see more about what's going on here. And I think I'm going to move with these cards, which are actually, like, they have, I like, they kind of sit in an energy space. They're just all about different energies that we move with. So let's have a look. In the soul space, what have we got? Healing. Oh, I hope you, there's my granddaughter in the background. Sorry about that if you can hear that come through. There she is again. And we've got in the 3D space how they're showing up. We've got the dynamic energy. What they tell you if they could is consciousness. What their struggle is the sacral chakra, and their likely action energy is miracle. Oh, wow. This is really interesting, because like I said, we're going through some massive self-reflective energies where it will bring old wounds to the surface. So for whoever this person is, like, this connection needs some healing, and in the soul space it is occurring, right? So the shift and the drive and the processes that are in place are designed to bring this connection into healing. So if you've been in a relationship with this person before and you've been waiting for them to realize the mistake they've made or realize how valuable this connection was to them, if they've abandoned this connection in the past and not given it the attention and love it deserves, what is going on in this space is bringing that wound back for them, and it'll probably bring it back for you too, you know, if it's something that's not been healed in your energy sphere, bringing it back for a review and some healing. At this point, it won't bring communication. What it will do is get them in the space where they're reviewing how they feel about it and what they need to do to mend the connection to, you know, for both sides of the coin, for you and for them. And it's like, they're not going to ask anything of this connection at this point in time. And I don't see them reaching out for communication, but it's like that they might be thinking, what could I say to this person to make it feel better? What could I communicate? Which I'm going to skip there, because what I've got here is what would I tell you if I could? Consciousness, right? So in this energy, this is somebody who is hyper aware of the mistakes they've made. Do they have the answers as yet on how to correct them? I would suggest no, because this is still a transitory space, and all of the energy that's available cosmically would suggest that there's a lot of self-reflection going on. So it's not the action space as yet. It's the you know, it's self-reflective. It's them versus them, and figuring out what their heart's desire is. And what they would tell you if they could is that I'm hyper aware of the damage that has occurred, and though I don't have the action yet, I'm working on it. I want you to know that I'm hyper conscious of what's playing out in the soul space. Now, what's playing out in the 3D, I really love that this energy's come through around this one, because 10 of Wands is about laying down your burdens, right? And we were discussing how weighed down they've been by the life that they've built from themselves. Dynamic is the energy that says, I'm going to take action against those scenarios, right? Dynamic, things are in motion, things are moving, things are shifting, adjusting, transforming, right? Now, what's really exciting about that is we've just had the North Node, South Node energy, right? And what I'm feeling in that, like, because the North Node is in Aries and the South Node is in Libra, and kind of what we're looking there is like, the North Node's about your destiny and where you're headed, and South Node's kind of like where you've been, you know, what you've got to clean up. And we've got all of these incredible energies available for people to dive into hidden wounds and bring up old things that need to be healed, and so that you can move forward. And then we've got that confronting your fears and limitations. All of that is playing out in what I see here, right? It's going, the dynamic energy is taking action on this life that I've built for myself, because it has to transform. So you have an energy here of these things that don't serve them anymore deflating, which is that South Node energy. It's like highlighting where the problems are. And in the soul space, this is the North Node energy. It's the courage to move into the solution. And the solution is to heal this connection that this person holds dear, right? They hold it dear, but they've not known what to do with it. So they haven't had this level of consciousness to have the right conversation to bring forward in order to bring peace and harmony to the connection. In the challenge, look at this. This again affirms this idea, the sacral chakra. We are in that energy of, again, radiance, vitality, creativity, confidence. It all sits in this creative sacral chakra energy. It's all available, and they're saying it's a challenge for me to bring that forward. I'm not yet got the push behind this ability to converse what I know. I've got to dismantle, I've got to deflate what I've built, where my past has led me, and I've got to inflate the solution. But as yet, right? I haven't quite got to the baseline of what that looks like. Now here, look at this. I'm stuck, right? How do I move? I'm going to need a miracle. All I need is a miracle. Do you know that song? Mike and the Mechanics. All I need is a miracle. All I need is you, right? That's how I'm picking up this energy. I'm standing at the crossroads of all the life that I've built and the life I see moving out in front of me. And if I'm to bring this life into my reality, if my soul can be healed and this love can come back to me, all I need is a miracle. All I need is you. Let's go another layer of energy. I'm really enjoying this reading and what it's starting to reveal. I'm going to move to these cards. I like them with the butterfly. It's like moving out of the chrysalis, you know, like if this is someone who's sitting in that chrysalis energy and they're shifting, they're transforming, they're moving, and they're, you know, shifting shape from the caterpillar. And to me, this is the caterpillar energy, having to struggle in the world. The butterfly flies with the divine, right? And the fight to get there, the healing process, if they don't fight to grow their wings, they die, right? Butterflies, if you help them out of the chrysalis, their wings don't get strong and they die. So this person needs to move through this struggle energy of their own accord to bring this confidence forward, to bring this strength forward. All right, let's have a look at what these cards have to offer. Blue Angel in the soul space. We've got acceptance in the 3D. Wow. What will we tell you if we could? Oh, that energy is hard to read, isn't it? Floating memories is what that says. And in the challenge space, wisdom. And the likely actions is meditation. Okie doke. Yeah, this makes sense again. Like it feels like a reinforced message. Blue Angel. When I'm leaning into this card, I mean these cards do have their own meaning that's been written by the author of the cards, but I'm leaning on intuitive energy. I'm going, what is it trying to tell me about how this energy is moving? And in this, what I want to lean on is the colors of the chakra and blue, this ability to communicate, because what we've got over here is the Knight of Swords in the challenge position. And so what I'm picking up here is the divine is really working with this person in order to heal the soul energy around this love. And the healing that's occurring is an ability to speak truth, right? To not hide behind traumas, but to face them, not hide behind mistakes that have been made, but to face them. And I'm almost seeing this as like, it's the blue that's really getting me about this card. There's like an angel whispering in their ear, and they're actually they're hearing the energy, they're hearing the words, they're hearing the voices, and then they want to recommunicate what has been said. Now, I saw this card, acceptance, and I went, this would be a hard concept for this person to completely understand, right? It feels like maybe divine intervention has been something they've rejected in the past. But if they allow divine intervention, look at these energies reverberating out through, you know, to me it's like kind of holding the world in your hand and putting your intention against it. And again, with that dynamic energy, these look like dynamic waves to me. It's like they're applying what they've learned. And there's even like, see the fire in the third eye, right? Again, that's that Leo energy, that wands energy that I'm picking up. And look at all these symbols in the background. It just feels to me like whatever force is putting energy towards your person, they're finally starting to learn that they move with the divine, and that they're, I don't want to say their life, I never say that life's about seeking happy. Life's about seeking understanding, like getting to me, like the thing to fight for is the neutral point where you can be happy and you can be sad, and neither state tips you into disrepair. So it's kind of like they're starting to understand that now. They might have filled their life with things that they thought would make them happy in the past, but they're coming to understand that happiness isn't the goal. That a profound state of peace is more you know, and so you can be peaceful when you're sad, you can be peaceful when you're happy, and it's the traveling through all those frequencies that really we fight for in our being to be able to move through this life and understand the purpose of it is ascension and what your soul moves through, not what you can. I just feel this person has looked to bring material wealth or material status to themselves. They've chosen relationships that move them forward because they're materially they look better. They've chosen careers that materially look like they manifest at the sacrifice to what's going on in the soul. So what's happening here is a level of acceptance in the 3D world that goes, none of that stuff, I might have achieved it, but none of it made me happy. It just left me feeling burdened. Um, Look at this. I'm loving this. And I couldn't read it at first. It's like it says floating memories. What would I tell you if I could? Look at all this fire energy. Can you see it? And at the moment, we've got the Sun in Leo, we've got Mercury in Leo, we've got Venus in Leo, right? We've got a lot of fast-paced energies in Leo. Like they're the planets that sit, you know, Mercury and Venus sit closer to the Sun. They travel through it quicker. It's fast-paced and it's heated. Here we under this energy when Mercury's in Leo, it's like we are convincing and we are persuasive. And what is driving this around this person is floating memories. What kind of floating memories do they have? Memories of you. So what I'm suggesting under this energy is the level of consciousness, right? If I've chosen a wand, again, it's a very fiery energy that I see in this card. Wands are connected to those fire elements. And look at this card, right? Could it be any more associated with the sun? Could it be any more associated with fiery energies? And what is dry? Look at this little butterfly. I just noted this here. Look at this. If this is them emerging, look how small that little butterfly is, and they're emerging into their butterfly wings, floating memories. This person could be saying, I am consciously trying to invade your sleep space. I am consciously trying to engage with you. I am consciously trying to use this energy. They're not communicating, mind you, with openly. I'm thinking they're trying to use this. Look at this dream space. They might be dreaming of you, right? And it's firing them up. I've got a funny feeling that they're actively trying to connect with. Oh yeah, look. Here, makes sense. They're actively trying to connect with you in meditation. That could be that they're sending their messages across the air. Butterflies float on the air, right? They're moving through the air to try and connect with you deliberately. They're trying to re-engage energetically because they look at it makes sense to me. They understand that energetically you two are connected. So I think they're trying to use this level of connection to send out their love to you across the airways. So it is. Oh, I just had to stop because look at this. There's so much of this kind of playing out that's jumping out at me. I think they're trying to get to you in that meditative space. So how it might manifest for you is that either you are receiving it in a dream space or when you meditate, or you're seeing their name everywhere you go, you're hearing songs you used to sing, your movies that reflect that kind of thing. It should be, if you're receiving what they're putting down, is that you should be seeing them in your 3D world, but I'm not suggesting it would be via deliberate communication because at the moment they can't get to that space. This looks like it moves down the wire, down the airwaves like this, right? It's energy emanating out. Look at this blue energy here. You've got this blue angel here. You've got all of these references to energy and frequency that suggest they're trying to reach you there. Because look at this, right? If this is in the challenge, right? And again, look at this blue energy and this feeling. Look, it's this energy like this. It feels like a vibratory space. I think they're really worried about if they came to you in a 3D space. Look at these snakes. Would you literally bite my head off? Would you be vicious? Would you be challenging? Would you receive me? Would you knock my sense of confidence around? Would you reject my advances? It all still feels very challenging for them to make that response. Look at these snakes. Would it just end up in a fight, right? I'm not sure. Like, and the energy is actually wisdom. So it's like I get the feeling they're not sure if here they've accepted the ideal and they're testing it and they're playing with it, but it's still not they don't feel guaranteed in the energy. Let's say that much. And they're worried that, yes, they're sending all these good vibes down. They're getting a lot of good vibes back, but there's still a worry that if they come towards you, there'd be a level of rejection or a fight. So what are they going to do? They're going to stick with meditation for the minute. I would think that this energy will sit at least up to the Lion's Gate, where that's around the 8th of August. This energy is starting to build. And I would suggest that in past Lionsgate, this would move into a more action-oriented energy versus the, versus down the energetic wire, so to speak. Should we do that? Should we just take one card and go? Just one card for Lionsgate, because, we're not in that energy. We're just leading up to it at the moment. We're not actually in the thick of it. So, oh, look. Do you see? Do you see? Do you see? Do you see? Right? I think Lionsgate, the card is opportunity, and it even looks like a portal energy, right? And look at we've got the fiery energy at the back there with the sun. And here we've got the waters, the waters of spirit. And it actually looks like a portal of sorts, right? I'm going to suggest that by the time Lionsgate comes around, if this is your person, what this will shift to is from them trying to contact you on the 5D to trying to contact you in the 3D. This is deliberate. They're going to take their shot. They're going to use that confidence, all of the energy of the Lionsgate, to reach out and connect. I'm going to wrap the reading up from there. If this was your person, this is a lovely reading of someone moving into awakening and truth and moving closer towards you. So, in faith, hope, and love, I'm going to say it's bye from me for now.
Are you finding it challenging to establish a deep and meaningful connection with your tarot cards? Do you long to tap into your intuition to unravel hidden wisdom? If so, look no further. We present to you Intuitive Tarot Training from Pink Diamond Guide, a comprehensive course designed to be the solution you've been seeking on your tarot journey.